All right, geometry, we've got a new chapter. We're going for chapter 11, still working on some circles. Now, the actual title of this section is Circumference and Arc Length, but having difficulties with my board going all the way across, so I just shortened that to arc length, and we're going to talk about circumference. Remember that circumference in a circle, and of course it's going to be difficult to pull up a circle. There we go. If I'm going to find the circumference of a circle, that's going to be equal to 2 times pi times the radius. I could also just take pi times the diameter, because 2 times the radius could be substituted for diameter. So either one, doesn't matter. So you're going to look at some different things. They may tell you that the radius of a circle is 12 feet, and they want the exact circumference. And so again, we're going to go circumference equals 2 times pi times the radius. Now, this is the point where we would not substitute the value 3.14 in for pi. They want to know exactly what it is, so that's going to be 2 times pi times 12 feet. So go ahead and multiply the numbers. That's going to give me 24 pi feet. Again, that is the exact measurement. It is exactly 24 times pi. If for some reason they asked you to find the measurement to the nearest tenth, then at that point we would know we would need to substitute in for pi. But I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to do mostly the exact. Okay, so now let's see what that has to do with arc length. So you'll recall that we had a lesson. Let's put the center right there. See if it'll give me a, there we go. We would take something like this, and this was a central angle. And let me just attach a value there. We'll just make this up as 60 degrees. And so we knew at that point that the arc length was also 60, or the measure of the arc, excuse me, not the arc length. Now, circumference is the perimeter of a circle. So this 60 would be a piece of the circumference. So if I were to take that 60, that's a piece of the whole thing, which is 360. And so I can cross out my zeros, and then 6 over 36, that's just 1/6. Okay, which means the actual measurable distance, let's say it was feet, inches, meters, whatever it is 1/6 of the circumference. And so let's say they told us that our radius was 8. And so I would take 1/6 times 2 times pi times 6, and we can make this a fraction if we want to. So our numerator is going to be 2 times 6, which is 12. That's going to be 12 pi. And our denominator is 6. And so that gives us a final answer. I can divide that 6 into 12, and that's going to be 2 pi. So in this case, they may actually want us to find a length. And so I'm going to go with, pull out my calculator here. And since it's got a nice pi button on it, I'm just going to take 2 and then hit the pi button. And that's going to give me approximately, and they'll probably ask you to round to the nearest tenth, so that would be 6.3. And let's say that was, I didn't set this up initially, let's call it feet. So If the entire circumference was divided by 6, or we take 1/6 of it, that actual length would be approximately 6.3 feet. And so that's it. We've got circumference and arc length. That is Chapter 11, Section 1.